Welcome back to Mass Effect 3, everyone. And, well, it's going to be difficult to continue from this point, really. What's the point of trying to save the universe if that universe isn't going to have Mordin Solus in it anymore, right? Yeah, I was heartbroken, man. I still am. Yeah, Mordin died trying to save Krogan from the Genophage, and he succeeded in saving them. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. It was really heartbreaking, but he died on his own terms, right? He did something he believed in, corrected something he believed he'd done wrong, something he was a part of that was wrong, and yeah. Long live the memory of Mordin Solus. My favourite character probably in this whole series so far. I'm sure we'll meet some more people. But yeah, where we are now, the next priority mission is to do with Councillor Udina. We got contacted by the Solarian Councillor. He did have a name. I always forget the councillors' names. They're pretty forgettable, but yeah. We could just go straight for that. But what I'm gonna do, I am gonna go and do Aria's DLC, or start her DLC. It is quite long apparently. After losing Mordin, it would be nice to just shoot up some Cerberus goons and take Omega back. But we're gonna do a tour of the ship first, obviously, to talk to everyone. We've got some new war assets, so we'll check them out. We've got some new Turians, a lot of new Turians. Wow. Okay, so we've got the 43rd Marine Division, which was founded during the ancient unification war that rocked Palaven over 2,000 years ago. The 43rd maintains relations with other council races, running joint training exercises with Asari, Solarian, and more recently, Alliance military forces. Knowing how their allies fight has become an asset, as the 43rd's troops have the discipline and experience to integrate into any army on any battlefield. Quick question, guys. I'm sure we might have read it somewhere, but I can't remember what the Turian lifespan is supposed to be. I feel like it's not an extreme lifespan like Asari or Krogan. I feel like it might be similar to a human lifespan, but I can't remember where we've read that before. We might not have done, but one of you maybe tell me what the Turian lifespan is. I'm just going to guess it's maybe like 150 or something, I don't know. Okay, the Turian 7th Fleet was assigned the privilege and burden of guarding the Crucible during the weapons construction and deployment. The fleet flies constant surveillance around the massive device, coordinating with Alliance security protocols and VI-run counterintelligence programs. The 7th Fleet knows what it could cost the galaxy if the Reapers breach their defenses. Every vessel's captain is prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice if it ensures the Crucible's safety. Updated. Recovering the legendary banner of the 1st Regiment lifted the spirits of overworked Turian forces. Nice. The Engineering Corps. In a society where the military is synonymous with the government, the Turian Engineering Corps is responsible for everything from maintaining sidewalks to creating spaceports. Their fame spread beyond Palaven after they helped repair the damage done to the Citadel by Sovereign in record time. Tech engineers view the Crucible as the greatest challenge of their career and have sped up the building process with their expertise and equipment. Look how high our military strength is. Awesome. So I guess the main quest stuff is... we'll progress that quite quick, right? Oh no! We had new stuff on... Oh, that's so annoying. Why has it cleared it? I think nearly all of these are new, so... The Krogan 1st Division is the conglomeration of infantry and vehicles hastily organised into a single coalition force. The chain of command is divided by clan with representatives from each serving as officers. Despite ancient differences, fighting the Reapers together is building a spirit of camaraderie, now we've read this one, among the division's warriors. Krogan from different clans are starting to swap equipment, stories, and even the occasional barrel of Ringcall. Yeah, I remember that one. And these might be new though. The Krogan clans. Centuries of Krogan infighting abruptly halted with the news of a cure for the genophage. With their future restored, Tuchanka's clans have united in a show of force not seen since the Rachni War. The clans have also been stockpiling weapons of mass destruction for decades. Thankfully, their full destructive force can now be turned on the Reapers instead of Tuchanka. Their strength, size, and regenerative powers make the Krogan ideal shock troops. Clan Erdnot has become the unofficial but uncontested representative body of Krogan power to the rest of the galaxy. Within the past decade, Erdnot's warriors have either absorbed or wiped out clans Nakmor, Jordon, Quash, and even the legendarily ferocious Clan Rake. The discovery of a fertile Erdnot female rallied even more Krogan, regardless of affiliation to Erdnot's banner. Krogan mercenaries. Many Krogan went fortune-seeking out in the lawless Terminus systems. Their imposing bulk and infamous brutality won them prized positions as bodyguards and mercenaries. When news of a genophage cure spread, these drifters were contacted by their clans and urged to join Shepard's forces against the Reapers. After centuries of aimless brawls and bleak futures, Krogan everywhere are heeding the call. No. We had New Alliance stuff. No. I can't think. Okay. So Victus and Rex aren't here anymore, right? Oh, Iddy's in the AI call. Garrus is on the bridge. Okay. Everyone, okay, so that'll be new stuff. And I'm really caught up about modding. I mean, it was an awesome scene, right? The music was fantastic. Touched on lots of little points with his character, his logical personality, you know. His logical persona, the little songs that he sang, what he said about the seashells. Oh, man. Only thing that spoiled it was Rex ruining the moment when he said something about calling a Krogan female after him or something, trying to be funny. Really wasn't the time.
Bethany, you see the bids of the Maw taking down the Reaper? Man, I wish I could have been there.
Yeah.
I'm just glad the diplomats are off the ship. A Krogan and a Turian in the same room is a fight waiting to happen.
Yeah, maybe if they listened to you for too long.
Commander, Admiral Hackett has requested your help with a Cerberus fighter base on Novaria.
Novaria? Interesting.
The Turians have given us top-level access to their combat data. Their ships are already moving in to help the Alliance fleet. You actually secured a Krogan-Turian alliance. It's one thing to hear about Commander Shepard. It's another to see her in action.
Oh, flattery will get you far on this ship, trainer.
Commander?
Jesus. Your regrettable decision from Dalatrus Linron. Commander, I'm deeply disappointed by your actions on Tuchanka. As I thought I made clear, curing the genophage will have long-term consequences. Once the Reaper threat has passed, our combined forces will be so depleted that no race in the galaxy will be capable of stopping a resurgent Krogan. Moreover, the Krogan will undoubtedly seek revenge for the genophage, and the Solarian Union will be among their first target. Excuse me. Oh my god, it's late. First targets. When that day comes, Commander, the blood of my people will be on your hands. I am ashamed to also learn that our own scientist sacrificed his life carrying out your orders. No, it wasn't my orders. Oh, don't gonna kill you if I get the chance for trying to blame that on me. This is a dark day, not only for my people, but all of galactic civilization. Dalatrus, Linron, Solarian Union. Man, you pinning Mordin's death on me, man. You're dead. You are dead to me, Linron. Making babies. Rex. Shepard, making babies again will be fun. As soon as this war is over, let's just say I'll do my part to build our numbers back up. You really came through for us. I'm proud to call you my friend. Eve is in the Kelphic Valley, enlisting support from the other clans and spreading the word. She's going to be a great leader. Most of the males won't like me sharing power with her, but too bad, I run the show. We're off to save the Turians now, since apparently they forgot how to hold a gun. I imagine if we would have chosen to hide the thing from everybody about, you know, the STG sabotage on the... what was it called? The tower, anyway. The thing that they built, the beacon, whatever it was that distributed the genophage and this genophage cure. Then Mordin might have survived, right? Because he only had to go up to undo the STG sabotage. So... but the genophage wouldn't have been cured. Mordin would have hated us if he would have found out the truth. And he might have gone up anyway, I don't know. But... impressive work from General Corinthus. Commander Shepard. When you first arrived on Monet, I had a hard time seeing how you flying off with one of our best generals would benefit our fight against the Reapers. However, as I now watch Turian and Krogan fighters working together to take down a Reaper destroyer, I must admit I'm impressed. You brokered an alliance that many thought impossible. Palaven might be saved after all. Yeah, so I wonder if this is just like, if this would have been similar, like the other Solarians might have come to their aid. But I don't know how helpful the Solarians would have been in a blunt assault on the Reapers, right? They're better at subterfuge, sabotage, that kind of thing, right? Shiala. Is she the one we saved from the Thorian? Dear Commander Shepard. Yeah, Zeus Hope, yeah. I don't know if you've seen the articles, but the people of Zeus Hope are fighting again. This time it's the Reapers instead of the Geth. I'm not sure if you remember me, Yadu, but you helped me back on Ilium. Thorian is dead now, I can confirm that, but the spores in our bodies remain, and on some level we are still connected. It's not necessarily a bad thing. As we fight back the Reapers, we feel each other and act with one mind, ignoring pain when the need arises. I'm sure I'm still indoctrinated. I remember Sovereign's voice in my mind when I went willingly to the Thorian as its thrall, but my connection to the people of Zeus Hope is stronger. It drowns out the Reaper voices. Interesting. The situation is imperfect and dangerous. Perhaps the colonists should separate for their own safety, but with one mind, the untrained fight with the skill of veteran commandos. Our force is strong. I have not forgotten how you helped us, how you spared me. We're leaving Feros soon, and when the time comes, we will fight with you. Okay, so more war asses, right? Nice, Shiala. Yeah, one of you said she's not really fleshed out here, I think, after we met her in the second game, which was a shame. She was definitely flirting with us. I've got to be careful. Too many Asari on my record at this point. An ANN alert, new article on Reapers. Feros. A group of colonists on Feros have mounted a defensive against arriving Reaper forces, holding them back long enough for civilians from nearby colonies to escape. The informal militia from Zeus Hope, said to be survivors of a savage Geth attack several years ago, has repelled initial Reaper landing attempts with a level of wartime competence more common to seasoned platoons. The colonies are using improvised weapons as well as supplies salvaged from a defunct exogeny facility. This colony is our home, colony spokesperson Lisbeth Bainham said. We've survived worse and we know how to fight together. The colony is expected to have time for full evacuation before more Reaper forces arrive. Awesome. Come on, where's my... There we go. Right, let's go and see what Garrus and Joker are chatting about. I'll do multiple swings in here, because...
Alright, my turn. What's the first order an Alliance commander gives at the start of combat?
I give up.
Correct.
Alright, big guy. What do you call it when a Turian gets killed by a horrible spiky monster?
Friendly fire. Come on, that one goes back to Shang-Chi.
You gotta respect the classics.
How many humans does it take to activate a dormant mass relay?
602. 600 to vote on it, 1 to ask the Asari for technical help, and 1 to request a seat on the council afterward. How do you know when a Turian's out of ammo?
He switches to the stick up his ass as a backup weapon. Why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
You're shitting me. The Turian military has one about me?
Oh, absolutely. I heard it myself from a private back on Palaven.
Alright, why does the Alliance hire pilots with brittle bone disease?
So their Marines can beat someone in hand-to-hand drills.
Damn, you need to tell James that one. Hey, what's the hardest part about treating a Turian who took a rocket to one side of his face?
Figuring out which side took the rocket.
Okay, I like this. I'll be back.
Never thought I'd see the Krogan and the Turians team up. Even the Reapers have to be a little nervous about pissing them off.
I'd say more than a little.
I'm sorry about Morden.
I'll never forget him, Joker.
He was a good man.
Yeah, he was always running those tests. And one time he tagged me in the middle of the night to ask how many livers humans had. And this bump on my elbow? He said it was just a mild bone deformation, but I'm pretty sure he stuck a probe in there.
Glad it was just your elbow.
I always thought he was crazy. Useful, but crazy. Then he gives up his own life.
To save the Krogan. Doesn't do much to disprove the crazy theory, huh?
I guess not. But he was one of ours.
So now that we got the Krogan and the Turians, what now?
The Krogan help us turn the tide on Palaven. They can shoot at something useful for a change.
Dig till we hit daylight, huh? Works for me.
So how does it feel knowing Krogan will be singing songs about you until the end of time? I think it would be an honor.
Yeah, sure, why not? I helped my friends. That's all I really did, I guess.
There's enough misery in this universe. It's nice to see something go right for a change.
Can't say I've ever really witnessed history in the making like this. Well, except for Sovereign attacking the Citadel, and then there was the Collector base, but this one felt good. And let's hope Rex keeps running the show on Tuchanka. Maybe we should hire a food taster for him. Imagine the carnage if someone like that brother of his, Reeve, took over.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man.
I know, it's a chance we have to take, but I have to say, if it wasn't my own world that needed the help, I might have taken that Solarian deal.
I thought about it.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't consider it.
Anyone would have second thoughts about the Krogan.
Yeah.
They just better remember you didn't act on it and return the favor.
Oh! Just broke our neck. Morden, man. Why did it have to be Morden? Can we sacrifice Jacob or something? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I wonder where all the Krogan will live now. I've never seen what you'd call a house on Tuchanka. I wonder where all the Krogan will live now. I've never seen what you'd call a house on Tuchanka.
Commander?
Like, I'm getting genuinely upset every time someone brings Morden up, man. It's just... He was so full of life, right? So full of personality.
Chief Engineer Adams would like to speak with you down in engineering.
Alright, thanks, trainer. Let's go talk to Edie first. She's moved. Yeah, he had so many stories, so much knowledge. He debated, he considered his actions, right?
Hello, Commander. Hello, Commander. What are you up to now?
I am uploading data on the destroyed Reaper to the Turians. They are investigating possible Reaper structural weakness. Our data says Reaper capital ships such as Sovereign are of unique design. However, smaller Reaper destroyers bear similarities.
That one was small?
Relatively, yes. Ground attack ships are only 160 meters in height. Sovereign was approximately 2 kilometers.
Yeah,
We'll
he
keep
was
talking to
massive.
the Turians. If there's a chink in the Reaper's armor, we all need to know it.
Hello, Shepard. Hello, Shepard.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing that I'm still absolutely like frothing at the mouth to find out is just I want to know some history about the origins of the Reapers. I know it's extremely unlikely that we're going to be able to come across their creators, history of their creators, because they've been doing this for probably millions of years, but I would like to know their origins, because maybe there would first of all there would be maybe there'd be like a weakness baked in there somewhere. I just want to know. And also I would like to know if if the Milky Way is their only place of operation, right? Because there's lots of other galaxies that they could. Maybe they don't go to. Maybe there isn't the same kind of developed life in other galaxies. I don't know. But it has crossed my mind that I've been thinking about what this Prothean device could be for, whether it's just a blunt weapon, whether it's some kind of time travel thing. I don't think it's going to be that. I feel like if we were going to find out anything about time travel within this universe, there would have been hints about it already, but it could be that, right? Beat the Reapers before they're made, or go back to an earlier point in the cycle if possible. The other possibility I feel like is that this device is a bomb, like a galaxy destroying bomb, where essentially the Protheans' last roll of the dice, desperate attempt, was to just completely eradicate all life. Like, if we're not going to make it, we're going to take the Reapers with us and we're going to blow up the entire Milky Way. Some kind of black hole generation. Something like, yeah, so, yeah. I really don't feel like we're going to get any knowledge about the Reapers' origins, but I could be wrong.
Any sign of life?
The Reaper destroyed by the Thresher Maw appears to be completely inert, Doctor. We would need to send in teams to be sure.
That's dangerous.
Out of the question. Tell the Krogan to stay away.
Yeah, damn right. Intel from the Battle of Arcturus. Nice. Telemetry captured from Arcturus station shows just how quickly Reapers poured in from the relay and tore through Alliance fleets. VIs can analyze hostile fire in the data collected to increase weapon damage. They can also spend processing power looking for ways to improve shielding against Reaper weapons. Shield strength. I mean, we take the weapon damage, right? Shields are nice, but... Mass relay traffic reports. Increase, decrease in recent relay traffic. Widow, 95% increase. Omega 2, 65%. I don't know where any of these are. Chiron and Shang-Chi Theta are both unavailable. Okay. So is this all Reaper activity, I guess? Heliora.
The genophage cured. The Krogan have no reason to hold back now, do they? Rex knows what he's doing, but can he keep the Krogan in check?
Yeah.
Or will this be the start of another Krogan empire?
Possibly.
Eve's organizing the female Krogan. She reminds me of some of the more formidable matriarchs I've known.
I mean, speaking from a purely selfish point of view, if there is another Krogan empire, at least we've ingratiated humanity to them to the point where even if they killed all the other races, they'd probably let us live. Right? Because we're responsible for saving them. we played zero part in the genophage. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I feel like the Krogan could quite easily condemn the Solarians, the Turians, and even the Asari, because they were on the council, right? You know, and ransack them if we survive the Reapers somehow. Well, they have no real reason to hold a grudge against humanity. From like a elusive man point of view, we should be okay if it was to go that far. Look at all these lens flares. I mean, just honestly.
The Krogan won't let themselves fall by the wayside again. Not like they did after the rebellions. We'll have to get used to them having a bigger part in the galaxy.
Yeah, but they can still evolve.
I hope the Krogan live up to their ancient legacy, and for the better. Ready for the next mission? Ready for the next mission?
Of course. See you later, Glyph.
Enjoy your day.
You too, Glyph. You gotta love Glyph, man. I sense Engineer Adams is going to have another fetch quest for us, but Javik's going to have some curt things to say about the genophage, I imagine.
So I hear the elusive man drinks bourbon. It all makes sense now.
Ugh.
What do you mean? You love whiskey.
That's not
Hey,
whiskey.
Scotch, my
Yeah.
dear girl. That scunner drinks American bourbon.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
He's a psychotic megalomaniac, and you've got problems with his choice of liquor.
You've obviously never experienced the peat aroma of a fine Ely Scotch.
He's totally right. Bourbon is disgusting, man. Drink proper whiskey, for God's sake. Don't drink that sour mash bollocks. I've just triggered one of you, I'm sure, but that's how I feel. I have Scottish heritage. You must respect a wee dram of whiskey.
Commander, good news on the installation of that thermal pipe you got us.
It went right brilliant. Much better than we expected.
I told you it would.
It gets better. While interfacing through our ESO capacitors, our Miss Daniels here had an epiphany.
I wouldn't go that far.
She and Donnelly deduced some theoretical improvements to our capacitor design. Edie and I ran with it and documented our conclusions. Our core is too compact to apply our theories, but it could help the Crucible engineers. Give the word and I'll send the plans their way.
Do it.
Aye, aye.
Well done, everyone.
Nice.
Nothing to report, Commander.
Commander.
Nothing to report.
Alright, let's go talk to Sourpuss Javik. Prothy the Prothean. Hello, my near extinct friend. Huh. Interesting.
Commander.
You settling in, Javik?
I believe some of the crew wishes to be my friend. That is not my purpose here. Also, I find I need to wash my hands. The residue of the ship is strong.
How so?
I have been exploring. There are traces of those who lived on the Normandy before. I detected a human female. Her genetic structure was unnatural, as if artificially created.
Miranda.
Sounds like Miranda.
And a Drell. There was illness in him.
Thane.
And the Krogan we met, who lived in these quarters. He was undergoing a metamorphosis. His memories were confused, not organic to his mind. There was great confusion and turmoil.
I still can't wrap my head around that. Reading information like you do.
For my people, it was as natural as breathing.
Evolution's an amazing force.
Our scientists believed it was the only force in the galaxy that mattered. They called it the cosmic imperative. The strong flourished, the weak perished.
That's
the governments
not the same
of your
thing.
cycle seem concerned with ensuring the survival of all.
I find it this is going to come across as a criticism of the writing here, but I find it extremely bafflingly hard to believe that a race who weren't just capable of empathy but were capable of like memory sharing the way the Protheans are or were, like Javik, where he can get a sense of a person's being just through physical contact, would be so cynical about or so unsympathetic towards other races. and their right to exist, even if they're weaker or unable to prosper in the same way as them. I find that really hard to believe, if I'm being honest. If anything, they should be the complete opposite. They should be caring, like Mother Nature style of, you know, wanting everything, wanting to nurture everything and everyone because they feel their struggles and their pains so poignantly. I just find it so bizarre that their culture was so like or conquering in regards of other races. I find that a bit of a stretch. So the cosmic imperative, evolution. So he's talking about survival of the fittest, right? He's not necessarily talking about evolution.
Was this imperative just your scientist's opinion, or did they prove something we don't know?
The universe had already proven it. They only had to look around.
And saw what exactly?
Extinction is the rule of law in the cosmos, the natural order of things. The weakest species are doomed.
Yep. But this just doesn't take, like, consciousness into consideration, right? The reason why, like, you know, life is cherished more, and it's because we know what the experience of life is like for a sentient being, right? We know how kind of we revere the experience of life and what it is to be. We can analyze that and understand it and not just throw it by the wayside in this animalistic description of evolution that he's talking about. Because what he's talking about is evolution, but it's like the animalistic base form of evolution where, you know, the strong eat the weak, become stronger, and yeah, but yeah, I really don't like this. I feel like beings who had progressed as far as them would have moved past this.
It's the duty of the strong to protect the weak. Otherwise we'd have anarchy.
But those who had nothing to offer would be eliminated.
So conflict should be a way of life.
Evolution demands it. The strong grow stronger by dominating the weak. It is for the greater good of all.
No, it's not.
Though I do not think your Asari approves of my beliefs.
Your beliefs are stupid, mate.
Liara? I think she just had a different idea about what Protheans were like.
Yeah, like you were more evolved.
We are all a product of our time. Had I been born in this cycle, perhaps I would be the noble scholar she wishes me to be.
This is really annoying me. I understand the survival of the fittest and all that. You know, I did study Darwin and all that stuff. But it doesn't work as like a philosophical concept, right? It doesn't work when you well, it can work, but when you account like empathy into the equation, which is one of the key facets, at least of real life human evolution, that stops us from treating each other this way. It's just not possible. Yeah, really, you?
You think you'd like that? It's a whole different line of work.
I wouldn't know. Living a life of constant war. Taking life in every battle.
I see how it could be tough to see outside the box.
It is the only box I have known. It shapes me, as stone is shaped by the one who carves it. The stone has no choice in the form it will take. You and I, Commander. War is our sculptor, and we are prisoners to its design.
Maybe not much longer. We win this and we'll both be set free.
Can we look at this memory chip yet? I'm really struggling with Javik, man.
You have killed a Reaper. I would like to have seen it. No matter. There will be more.
Plenty more.
Yes, a difficult fight remains. I have heard about the offer the Solarians made. I would have accepted it.
Yeah, I know you would.
Krogan. Morality and friendship do not matter now. Your allies are simply resources to use against the Reapers.
Just kick him in that bath.
If the Krogan seek retribution for the past, do not waste time on sterility plagues. Destroy them where they stand.
Oh,
In the meantime, they are useful cannon fodder against the Reapers.
God, he's so tedious, man.
Do not care what others think. Do what you must. Do not care what others think. Do what you must.
He's really, really winding me up.
Genophage cure, huh? This beats the hell out of reporting on the Milgram City Council.
I don't think I've heard of Milgram. Which planet is that again?
Beckenstein. It's right next door to the Citadel. I'm a colony kid. Commander, got a minute?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
You've just implemented a cure for the genophage. Millions of Krogan will start fighting the Reapers. What do you say to people who think humanity is starting another Rachni War and Krogan rebellions?
Yeah, this is their chance for redemption. The past doesn't always determine the future.
It's easy to remember the worst of Krogan history, but you also need to remember the best.
Meaning?
The Krogan were heroes once, and they want to be heroes again. We're giving them that chance.
Are you aware that Clan Urdnot is already petitioning the Council for an embassy and rights to a colony world?
Yeah, Tachanka is a wasteland.
The Krogan are coming to the aid of a Council homeworld. That's more than a lot of species can say. I helped them get the genophage cure. Anything more is between the Council and the Krogan.
There it is, straight from Commander Shepard. Until tomorrow, this is Diana Allers. Good night and stay strong. Okay, I'll cut that together with the rest of the segment and send it to Command for approval.
What? No, send the raw interview.
Commander.
Kinda want to kick her off the ship. Never trust a journo, man. Okay, we spoke to Engineer Adams, so that was the only kind of quest thing here. Alright there, Steve-O.
Everything okay, Shepard? Ma'am?
Let's see what deep intellectual input James has got to say here.
You think that cure they dispersed could do anything to us? We're not going to start growing scales or anything, right?
Excellent.
Maybe now that we have the Krogan on board, we can go back to fighting the Reapers. I was looking at the specs on that Reaper you took out on Tachanka. That was one of the small ones? Don't get me wrong, it's still dead, but damn. There was nothing small about it.
Well, we didn't really take it out, did we? Threshermore did.
Hey.
Yeah, great talking to you. Sorry, I'm sounding really salty here. I just want Mordin back. Just having to talk to Javik about basic concepts of sentient interaction and then thinking about the kind of things we were talking to Mordin about. It's night and day, isn't it? Night and fucking day. Right, we picked up a new pistol. Yeah, the Phalanx. Did we have this in the second game? The M5 Phalanx is the product of the Alliance's offensive handgun project, a close-in weapon to be used with no loss of stopping power in comparison with a soldier's assault rifle. The Phalanx enjoys a ballistics advantage over most heavy pistols. Civilian variants are often purchased by colonists on planets that have particularly dangerous big game animals. Okay, it's pretty average across the board. Yeah, this was the Asari one. Designed for the Asari resistance, the Acolyte's barrels fire advanced ammunition similar to that of an impact-triggered resonant warp bomb, which has a devastating effect on shields and biotic barriers. The specialized nature of the warp field means it doesn't pierce armor as effectively, but the shooter's biotics are expected to make up for this shortcoming. Yeah, we can probably upgrade that, give it to Liara. That's just weird. Weird to use because it's the enemy's going to get like 1 or 2 shots off by the time the sticky thing explodes. I mean, the Phalanx isn't that different to the Predator. I think I enjoy the spray and pray of the Tempest a bit more. Definitely. And we got that big boy. I don't think that this will be good. It's way too heavy. I need to test it out. Oh god. I need to test it out. I would like to be using an assault rifle eventually. I just don't think we've got the right one yet. One of you recommended the Cerberus version of this. It's just very expensive, right? I'm not gonna try and buy it now. I don't think we can even afford it anyway. Oh, pistol power magnifier. Is this a mod or is this just a flat upgrade? Oh, power damage. Yeah. That'll be useful for loads of us. Yeah, this Cerberus Harrier. Cerberus gunsmiths reined in the recoil issues, resulting in a gun that stays on target but delivers slightly less punch per round than the standard Mattock. As such, the weapon is typically utilised by Cerberus's elite troops who train constantly to make every burst count. So I think that's what we should be going for. That or the Typhoon. I'm still unsure if this is an SMG or not, because it says light machine gun. Maybe you guys could tell me if this is an SMG, because if this is an SMG, then this plus the Cerberus Harrier would probably be the optimal loadout for me. This would be interesting because it's a quick firing shotgun. This is definitely an SMG. Lower accuracy. That would be cool. That's an SMG. That's an upgraded version of that pistol we just got. So I don't think I'm going to use sniper rifles in the long term. I think having a good assault rifle. Let's whack these on now while I remember. So we've got damage and the weapon weight. How much heavier is it? Okay, so we lose 40% power recharge speed for what was it? A 15% power increase. I'll take that. I'll take that trade-off. I think we get rid of the damage multiplier because it's such a minimum. Look how, like, when it's doing this little damage, like a 15% increase is like nothing, right? I think we take the weapon weight reduction. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. We'll put the pistol one on when we go somewhere else. And let's head. I know we could do it down here, but let's go to the cabin. We picked up some new ships for here, right? Where did our picture of Liara go? Squeak. Okay, we picked up some new armor, right? Yeah, where the tunes at? Yeah. What does that do? Flat weapon damage? Oh, death mask. Melee damage, okay, fine. I'll stick with the shield boost. Yeah, I'm going to stick with this. I'm just going to stick with the gold. I think it's nice for us to have that kind of theme. Alright, that only took 45 minutes. Dear me, Matt. Dear me. Alright, I think I'm just going to leave the episode there, guys, because... yeah, we can make the next episode a bit longer. We can go straight to Aria. Yeah. Did Trainer tell us something about Admiral Hackett? Or did... No, Engineer Adams is what she told us about. Alright, guys. Yeah, we just caught up with everyone on the ship. Interesting conversation with Javik, Garrus and Joker as well, Edie too. A lot of war assets have been filled in. Yeah, I don't know with Javik, man. It's just... I don't know. I just feel like it's too black and white. That's how I feel. I mean, maybe this is setting up for him to change somewhat later on. I just feel like there's just very little nuance to him currently. But I understand that he's more of a soldier. He needs to see friend and foe, enemy and ally. It's just a bit too cold. I was like Liara said, it would have been nice if we could have resurrected a Prothean scientist or something for better discussions. We got this new Cerberus fighter-based mission. Let's finish off by catching up with the Codex. Actually, we've got like 5 minutes. We can do this. Okay, harvesting. Even with all the Reaper's power, harvesting every sapient species in an entire galaxy can take decades or even centuries. The most time-consuming part of the process is gathering DNA from the population. To accelerate the effort, the Reapers follow a consistent procedure. Victims who cooperate surrender or are captured by husks are sorted into camps. It's believed the husks possess receptors that allow them to analyze a victim's DNA through sight, smell, or touch. Victims that meet their standards are herded from the camps into processor ships. Those the husks deem insufficient are either turned into husks themselves or indoctrinated to serve as slave labor. The Reapers use this last option to give their victims false hope. Many captives who would otherwise fight back become docile when they see members of their own kind obey and survive. The processor ships reduce victims to a transportable liquid. Like in a slaughterhouse, the ship's design prevents victims from seeing or hearing what happens elsewhere so they don't panic. The victims are ushered into locking pods, then rent apart and dissolved into paste that is flushed to storage vents. The rate of killing is phenomenal. Intelligence estimates suggest that there are more than 400 processor ships on Earth, killing approximately 1.86 million humans per day. In combination with battlefield deaths, disease and famine, this pace will result in the complete depopulation of Earth within a decade. Be quicker than that, right? 1.86 million humans a day on a planet with 11 billion humans. Right? As the husks and indoctrinated slaves build more slaughtering facilities, the kill rate can only increase. Jeez. Reaper vulnerabilities. Although clearly technologically superior to the Citadel forces, the Reapers have experienced casualties in the battles across the galaxy. This indicates that, theoretically, with the right intelligence, weapons and strategy, the Reapers could be defeated. Unlike the Mass Effect relays that they created, Reapers don't have quantum shields. Locking itself down at a quantum level would leave a Reaper unaware of its surroundings until the shielding deactivated. Instead, Reapers rely on kinetic barriers. In the case of a Reaper capital ship, these kinetic barriers can hold off the firepower of 2 dreadnoughts simultaneously, but 3 clearly causes strain, and 4 typically results in destruction. Weapons designed to maximize heat damage, such as the Thanix series, show better results against Reapers than pure kinetic impacts. The barriers of a Reaper destroyer are less formidable than those of a capital ship. It's possible for a single cruiser or many fighters to disable or demolish a destroyer if they can get within range before they are themselves destroyed. The Reaper's energy sources are not infinite. For example, to land on a planet, a Reaper must substantially reduce its mass. This transfer of power to its mass effect generators leaves the Reaper's kinetic barriers at only partial strength. Right. Sovereign was destroyed while assuming direct control over Seren. The feedback from Seren's death seemed to entirely overload Sovereign's shields. Current Reapers don't seem to suffer from this design flaw. Interesting. Reaper capital ships can turn faster than Citadel dreadnoughts, but to do so they must lower their mass to a level unacceptable in combat situations. Consequently, it's possible for a dreadnought to emerge from faster than light travel behind a capital ship, then bring its guns to bear faster than the Reaper can return fire. This is a poor tactic, however, against Reapers flying in proper formation. Fascinating, dude. Really, really fascinating. So maybe it is a physical weapon that we're developing, who knows? Non-sapient creatures. Threshermaws are subterranean carnivores that spend their entire lives eating or searching for something to eat. Threshers reproduce via spores that can lie dormant for millennia, yet are robust enough to survive prolonged periods in deep space and atmospheric re-entry. As a result, thresher spores appear on many worlds, spread by previous generations of space travelers. The body of a thresher never entirely leaves the ground. Only the head and tentacles erupt from the earth to attack. In addition to physical attacks, threshers have the ability to project toxic chemicals and emit bursts of infrasound as a shockwave weapon. The Alliance first encountered threshers on the colony of Akuz in 2177. After contact was lost with the Pioneer team, Marine units were deployed to investigate. The shore parties were set upon by hungry threshers, and nearly the entire assault force was killed. Alliance forces recommend engaging threshers with vehicle-mounted heavy weapons. Yeah. Yeah, get yourselves a Mako Reapers. They can take down Threshermaws in no time at all. Okay, we've got 11 points here, so I can't upgrade both. God's sake, Ava or Bill? Or Ammo? Okay. What's your top level? Rockets or flamethrower? Close range, I don't like that. I think we take the rockets, you know. Or Ava, is that a similar thing? Upgrade drone's electrical pulse to jump and hit 3 additional targets. Or long range rockets, similar thing. I think we take the rockets on both, you know. Yeah, let's put the rockets on Ava just because Ava doesn't really shoot as it stands, right? And does kind of minimal damage. So this will definitely make Ava a bit more damage dealing, right? And we'll wait for one more bloody point. Oh, I should just go and respec, shouldn't I? Because for some reason I put 2 points into bloody cryo. Why did I put 2 points into cryoblast? Then that point could be used on the sentry turrets, so I'll probably do that off camera. Alright guys, we'll end it there. Catching up with everyone on the ship. Interesting talking to Javik, if not frustrating. We sent out a message via the journal. Got a bunch of new war assets. We got condemned by the Dalatras and told that we're a lifelong friend of the Krogan. And we heard some good jokes from Joker and Garrus. So we'll head over to the Citadel and start Aria's DLC in the next episode. So hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts about Javik. Leave me a like if you enjoyed the video, and just remember, everyone, never trust and uncrate. I'll see you next time.